Hi guys, welcome to Code Bashers. So guys, as you all know that currently Infosys SP DSE exam hiring are ongoing for 2027 batch on campus. In this particular video, I will be discussing the actual coding questions which have been recently asked in the Infosys hiring. The exam was on 1st and 2nd of August. So two questions I will be discussing in this video, and I will be telling you that from where you can practice the actual questions which have been previously asked in the Infosys exam. So since you have only 2 to 3 days left, because many of you are having your exam on 12th of August, so since 2 to 3 days are only left for your preparation, so make sure to watch this video till the end and practice as many actual questions as you can before your actual exam. So make sure to watch this video till the end, and guys, please hit that like and subscribe button for this channel, because for different companies we are making videos regularly, whether it is Cognizant, Infosys, TCS. So all those videos are already present on this channel. So make sure to visit this channel after watching this video. So guys, now let's start this video. If you have any doubts, you can write in the comment section, or you can join this Telegram group. It's dedicated for 2026 and 2027 batch students. Let's start this video. Okay, so guys, let's just quickly first discuss the exam pattern of the Infosys SP DSE exam. So exam pattern is straightforward. You will be given 4 questions to attempt. Out of these 4 questions, you will only have to attempt 3 questions. Now, what will be the category of these 4 questions? One will be easy, one will be medium, one will be hard, and one will be complex. So you only have to attempt 3 questions, and you will be given 3 hours for this assessment. Okay, so even if you are able to clear out of 3 questions, even if you are able to clear 1.5 to 2 questions, then you will be moving towards the next round, that is round 2. Okay, that will be in-person coding, or it can be the technical interview also, as per your college is concerned, as per on-campus hiring is concerned. So this is the straightforward exam pattern that you will be seeing in the exam. Now let's just move towards like coding questions I'll be discussing in this video. So let's just move towards the first question. See, so the 2 coding questions that I am discussing in this video are the actual questions which have been asked on the 1st and 2nd August of campus hiring. Okay, because off campus hiring is also going on, so these 2 coding questions are from there. Now since you have your exams on 12th of August, you only have 2 to 3 days to prepare. So 2 questions I will be discussing here. But guys, if you want more such questions, because at the last moment actual questions do help, so if you want more such questions, then entire August hiring questions that have been asked on the 1st and 2nd August, so total 10 to 15 questions that have been asked in that hiring, we have a proper PDF for that, where actual question screenshot and the optimized running code is there. You can see proper screenshots are there. You can see Infosys SP DSE off campus 1st August 2026. Proper questions are there, screenshots are there, valid test cases are there, and the optimized running code are there. So 10 to 15 questions you can find here, and previous asked questions also are there. So around in this particular material, you can easily find 50 to 60 actual questions which you can practice before your actual exam. This material will be very much beneficial for you. In this video, I will only be able to explain you 2 questions, but if you want if you want to practice more such questions, you can check out this material. Okay, actual questions, updated material is this. I hope it is clear to you. Now let's just move towards the first question. So see, in the first question, what it is saying, count strings of length n with no 2 consecutive a's. Let's just read this question line by line. You are given an integer n. You need to count the number of valid strings of length n that can be formed using the alphabet A, B, and C, such that they should satisfy both the rules. The string cannot contain 2 consecutive a's, and the next is the character C cannot be immediately followed by character B. So if you find the total number of valid strings, then you will have to find the number of valid strings modulo of 10 to the power 9 plus 7, because there can be a lot of combinations and that value can go up to this value also. So therefore modulo is required. Now constraints are n can be from 10 to the power 5 to 1. So if it means that if n is from 1 to 10 to the power 5, the maximum complexity that you can reach is n log n, because 10 to the power 8 iterations we are allowed to run. So if constraint is 10 to the power 5, you will have to find your answer in n log n time. Okay, now let's just quickly see the sample input. So n value is given as 1. We know that strings we can use is A, B, and C. So when 1 is given as the length of the string, then how many valid strings are there? So A is a valid string, B is a valid string, and C is a valid string, and they should follow these 2 criteria as well. So these are following this. So answer for 1 is equivalent to 3. This will be our base case, that 1 for 1 the answer will be 3. Now coming to input 2, when n value is 2. When n value is 2, then what are the possible combinations of the string? Because we can form the string using A, B, and C only. So valid combination will be double A, AB, AC, BA, double B, BC, okay, CA, CB, and double C. Now these are 9 valid combinations, possible combinations that are possible. But what are the valid combinations in this? See, the string cannot contain 2 consecutive A's. So this particular combination is not valid. Then the character C cannot be immediately followed by character B. Okay, so this is also not a valid scenario. So total valid possible combinations are 7 only. So this is the 7. So this is the 7. So the correct answer for input 2 will be 7. So this is the entire question. Now guys, see, I won't be telling you the code. Won't be explaining the code in this particular video because this video will become too long. I've already told you that proper question and answers are optimized answers are already present in this particular PDF. You can check out from there also. Okay, so this question was in the medium level. This is a medium level question. Okay, around 10 to 15 test cases will be there. So try to, this is again, I'm saying it is not too much hard. It's basic DP question. Okay, it's basic DP question and you will be able to solve it. Okay, it's on the medium side. I hope this question is clear to you, and solutions I have already told you it is present inside that notes. Okay, so now let's just move towards the second question of this video that we will be discussing. Okay, so guys, the next question is carpooling. You are driving a bus with a maximum capacity of available seats. The bus travels strictly east, picking up and dropping of passengers. You are given a 2D array trips where each trip's I represents number of passengers from and to. Indicate that number of passengers board at the bus at location from and leaves at location to. The bus will always allow passengers to board even if it exceeds the number of available seats. If the number of passengers on the bus between any location x to x plus 1 exceeds the capacity, the excess passengers must stand. Calculate the total standing passenger kilometer across the entire journey. For example, if 3 passengers are forced to stand for unit 2, then it adds up to 6. It means passengers into the number of unit of distance. That is 3 into 2 is 6. Find the total standing passenger kilometer. Simple. Now see, let's just see the input output. It will be easy. So first of all, how many trips will be there? So it will be 2 trips are given here. Capacity of the bus is 4. Then 2 trips starting from 3. 3 passengers will be on board starting from first point to fifth point, and then 2 passengers will be on board starting from 3 and 7. Now guys, see, let's just draw one number line. Let's just draw us. So it will be 1. This will be 2. This will be 3, 4, 5. It will go till 6 and 7. Okay, it will go till 6 and 7. Now what the question is saying that first of all capacity is 4. Capacity is 4. So in the first trip 3 passengers got in from 1 to 5. So from 1 to 5, 3 passengers got in. Then from 3 to 7 again 2 passengers got in. From 3 to 7 2 passengers got in. Capacity, what is the capacity? Capacity remains 4 only. So here 2. So first of all, we need to find standing passengers into kilometer. So from 1 to 3, how many passengers are standing? From 1 to 3, how many passengers are standing? Because see, from 1 to 3, total number of people in the bus are 3 and the capacity is 4. So from 1 to 3, 0 persons are standing in the bus. Now from 3 to 5, how many passengers are there in the bus? 3 to 5, you can see we have an overlapping. So 3 plus 2 are the number of people in the bus, but the capacity is 4. So it means from 3 to 5, only one passenger. From 3 to 5, only one passenger is standing. Then next is 5 to 7. From 5 to 7, how many passengers are standing? See, at 5, all these 3 people drop out. And from 5 to 7, only these 2 people remain. And the capacity is 4. So it means 0 passengers are standing. So what is the total standing passengers into kilometers? So you can see 0 into 2 plus 1 into 2 plus 0 into 2. So it will be 2. So the correct answer is 2 here. So this is not a DP question. It's a pure logical question in which you can basically by using simple arrays you can do this. Do the overlapping. If you have done in lead code, you have done that overlapping sub intervals. This is a similar type of question that you will have to do. So I would say that again, it's a basic medium level question, not too much. So if you get both of these 2 questions in your exam, then you must be able to solve it. Because see, if you're going for Infosys SP DSE exam, then you must have above average coding practice. Then only you will be able to solve at least 1.5 to 2 questions. If you grade these 2 questions in your exam, then you should be able to clear them and you should be able to move towards the next round. So I hope both the questions that I've discussed in this video are clear to you. If you want solution of this question as well as more such questions which have been recently asked in the August hiring with their proper optimized solutions, 10 to 15 questions are there in this particular material. Plus, from previous years, lot of questions, again, same screenshots, test cases, correct running codes are there inside this material. So do check out this material. Links are in the description box. Okay. So for the last minute preparation, this material can be helpful for you. So thank you for watching this video. If you want more such videos, do write in the comment section.